Hi Stampin' friends, tonight we're going to use the Gift of Giving stamp set. As you can see, the sentiment and the image are combined on this one. It has gifts from Santa Claus, your have a cup of cheer, and to you. Anyway, I think this set is very simple, and it seems that seems strange to say, but I think it's a simple but useful little set. One thing I wanted to show you first was I made this hot cocoa holder, and at the time it wasn't time to get any candy canes yet, but I would certainly put a candy cane in it as well. And the way I did this was I inked it in black, and I didn't ink the middle with the Poppy Parade. With black, I used a Poppy Parade spot, and then the same thing with the green pieces, the little greenery here and here, I inked that with some garden green. And then I put it on a piece of designer series paper that incorporates those, and then of course the Fa La La from the Mary Bold and Bright. And I think it just made a simple little design for the front of this, and did not take an insane amount of time. So this was one that I really enjoyed making. So that's kind of the way I would color this one. If I was coloring it any way that I could, that would probably be my choice. So the first one I did with this cup of cheer was just stamping it in red. So you can see on this one that this would be gorgeous just placed on a card base of any design that has the Poppy Parade in it. So like on this one, it's just a nice small design in the back, and then I would probably just use some, honestly, real red or color some white with my Poppy Parade blends, and then just put this together. So one way to step it up is to put the To You under a card base. Now what I did here, this was an 11-inch by 4 1/4 card base in Poppy Parade, and I just put the bottom here where it would peek out and cut this even with it. Now normally you might put a layer of paper here, which you still could. I mean, the same paper, any paper that has the Poppy Parade in it here. But you could also just put a layer here that shows gifts from Santa Claus to you. And so I think that puts it together nicely, and you can be almost finished with it this way. Now, how would I step this up and make it just a little bit cuter without going crazy? So I'm going to get my Poppy Parade, I don't want to lose that in the floor, my dark Poppy Parade blend, and I'm going to add just a little bit of color. First of all, I'm going to color Santa's pants red and the spots on his coat. Now, you could color more than this, but I don't necessarily think that you want to color things that wouldn't normally be red. And it might have looked better to have used the light Poppy Parade because it might have allowed you to see more of the lines of the stamp through that. I'm going to use the light Poppy Parade here, and there is a little tiny cardinal here. So I'm going to color him the light Poppy Parade. And, well, I may have to do the dark because it's too much lighter. Let me just kind of, oh, maybe his wing and his tail, maybe that's enough. Okay, and then I'm going to color the polka dots up here. And the bow. And if you wanted a little more, you could put some shiny wink of Stella on these polka dots, perhaps. That might be super cute. But anyway, you can see there, and then I would go ahead, you know, since I did this bow, I would go ahead and do the bows on top of these packages. Now, probably here, I would put a layer of white, and then I would put more Poppy Parade and emboss it with our embossing folder that has all of the, well, the main thing I remember that's in it is a gingerbread man. It has lots of Christmas motifs to it. And so that's what I would put under there. So I just didn't think about it at the time. So I'm almost done with this. Just kind of trying to get some color. Okay, so there you can see an idea to step it up just a little bit. All right, let me put that one aside. So next, I wanted to talk about using, let's see here, this one. Now, a more conventional way of using it would just be to put your sentiment on the front with the gift to you from Santa and the to you in here. One thing I would suggest doing is cutting this and layering it, tucking your gift card inside. That would be super simple. Then this one is one I would use the cup of cheer. Maybe just add the snowflakes. And sometimes, you know, you may not necessarily think of like coloring the handle blue or the whole thing blue. All right, so I'm going to color the handle. My balmy blue, that's the wrong end. I don't like to use that because, you know, I've mentioned before, I love to scribble. So I want to use the Sharpie-like end. I would just finish this up by coloring the whole thing blue and then coloring the rest of it. And I think that it makes, if you want to stamp in black, I think coloring the whole thing, that makes the black make sense. You know, I don't think it would work with red, probably not a dark green, but light green and this blue. Okay, and where I've made a mistake, you know, you can always go back with your color lifter. That's the great thing about the blends. They do so much to help you do a better job. So I would probably finish that, and then I would go ahead and add some of my little bits here of red. I'm using the Poppy Parade, the Dark Poppy Parade. And then you could do your berries, and I think I will in this one. I think it would look pretty with red berries instead of white. On the little treat here that I made, I didn't even color them. I put the white iridescent pearls on there, and I think that made a nice look. Hope you are all doing well. It's about time to really turn on the Christmas card making, so I'm starting to feel some pressure to do a little more planning, and I'm getting my kind of do a little bit of math on how many I'm going to need to send and that kind of stuff. If you guys want to mention how many you have to send, I will send you a fall card. So I will, you know, draw from everyone who enters and send a fall card to everyone to one of the people from the people who enter. Gosh, I cannot talk tonight, huh? Oh, this is not the right garden green. Let's use a different, hold up. Just going to put a little bit of this, and then I'm going to go back in with my, man, I have the wrong marker here. I have a good marker. This is the marker that you use for marker to stamp rather than for that. And I think this, yeah, and here we go with my, boy, I'm just like a what not to do tonight, but honestly, it should help you know how to fix some of the things I've done tonight. Going back over with the old olive just to kind of add color, and honestly, I like using a couple of colors of green on leaves because I think it just kind of gives them, even on tiny leaves like this, it gives them more depth and makes them look a little more fun. Another thing I've done is just use, like on my example again, just put a little bit of the very lightest petal pink, and that looks great to make your marshmallows look a little bit more marshmallowy and a little bit more baked. And then you just need some of the lightest crumb cake here on your cookie to finish it off. I won't make you sit and watch all of that. Okay, and this I think is my last one. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, I had this one I wanted to show you. Okay, so I guess maybe we'll do kind of all of this together. Oh, here, I'll pick this one back up and I'll show you this. You can put a happy holidays to you and just kind of tuck it. I would tuck it back under. I would cover up that top one, tuck it back under these ribbons, and then you're pretty much finished with adding a sentiment, because it's not just to you. Because otherwise you look like this only goes with giving someone a gift card to you, you know. But if you add the happy holidays, you could do this with the Merry Christmas from the polar bears from the Very Cute, and just kind of cut it out in a shape, because it's going to go with this that we've just cut out. So that's just something to consider. Another way to help you use this 2U. Now on this one, I did the 2U down here. And I did this. This is from the Merry Bold and Bright. And I did the trees here. So there's a lot of ways to do this. I considered putting the Gifts from Santa Claus here. Just cut out using the Countryside Corners dies. And so that is super cute. And again, I would definitely do the red thing on this to highlight, at least if I didn't go ahead and finish coloring. But another way to use this is to put a scalloped edge here and cut out your little Santa and put that together. So all you kind of need to do at this point is add some ribbons and things. I would probably wrap the ribbon around this. Let's go ahead and do that. I would just wrap the ribbon around this piece here. If you're going to use dimensionals, I would just put them right over the top of the ribbon. And if you're not going to use dimensionals, I would just seal this kind of with some more adhesive to keep it stuck down. And then I'm going to go ahead and, oh, these are the tinies. Where are my big guys? I do prefer them. Oh, well, not there and there. Let's pop the 4 corners, one in the middle. Then I just need to add this. And I'm going to try, I don't want it to go off of the page completely, but I am letting it go all the way up to the edge, just for a different look, a different way of doing things that looks different than what we're used to, kind of on different, but on purpose. And then I'm just going to pop this guy on dots as well, because, you know, dimension adds interest. And then let's see here, put that there. Just gonna pop him right there, and this is kind of centered. And then go ahead and make another bow and put it to one side, whichever side you think makes sense. So then I would probably finish this by putting that right there. And then we have a lot of choices in little dots. Now they say this is Granny Apple Green, but I think they look just kind of nice with this as well. I've gotten in kind of a habit of putting these, oh, that didn't stick, putting these in the corners. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm just going to put a couple here and there. Let's see. I don't think that guy's, there we go. There he is. Okay, there and there. Okay, just to kind of make a, create a little bit of interest there. And then I'll probably, it's going to be really hard for me to leave one of these uncolored. So probably what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and, like put my card together, take a picture, and then go ahead and I'm grabbing a glue dot, and then go ahead and color it afterwards, because I like to color and I think it does add. I should be able to manage on some of them to only color, you know, highlighted spots, but not coloring at all would be really difficult for me. But I can certainly see that this would be super cute. So anyway, all right, so that was our most put together card. And here is a possibility, just kind of imagining, I'll probably just go ahead and cut this off, but imagining using this 2U in a way that makes sense, because the 2U otherwise is for the inside of the card, or needs to be down here like I did on this one, where you can say, you know, Gifts from Santa Claus to you, and then, you know, put that inside. And then this one, I did basically the same thing, 2U, and then I would put my little card holder in there and my little navy Gifts from Santa Claus. And then this one, with the Have a Cup of Cheer, this would be perfect for gift giving, because you could use it to give someone some sort of tea or cocoa type gift. So that would be super cute. I did try to put this on a tea holder, but you know, you've got so much tea here. I think though, if you cut along this line here and cut off all of this stuff, it could certainly be wassail or tea. So, and I kind of meant to do that and had like a moment and forgot. So that'll be something that would be super cute. You know, make a little tea bag holder. And then I have this one that I showed you that I took to backstage with the little fa la la and the background and the little have a cup of cheer that I colored all separately. I did this in the black. I used my spots for the green and for the red. So that was fun. And then this original one that I started off with that has gifts from Santa Claus to you. And I told you that I should have put a layer of white and then a layer of embossed Poppy Parade on this layer, and that would be super cute. So I probably add a little white bow here as well to just give it a little more oomph as you're completing your card. So anyway, I hope that you will give this set a chance. I've noticed there's not a whole lot that's been made with it when you do a Google search or a Pinterest search. Most of them are completely colored. The entire, every spot you can color is colored, which I'm sure I'll have to do one like that as well because it's a lot of fun to color those. But I was just trying to give you some options in case you do not want to color every single thing. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.